So here we have Rapture 7A Plus, which is on Mayfair Wall on the Great Orme in Llandudno. It's in the very far right hand side of Mayfair Wall. So you start up this like chossy little corner. There are bolts in there, but when I led it to get that first one in, I didn't bother putting them in because the kink and the angle in the rope, but it is easily protectable. And there's a set of anchors at the top of the sort of chossy corner to rethread and go left across. So anyway, up to here, dead easy. Just a bit nervous, I guess, because of the rock doesn't look great. And then when you get into this little alcove in a second, this is where the climbing really starts. And it's a good route. So you come up here and there's a bunch of undercuts. I'll take the first one as a Gaston, and then you've got like 3 or 4 different ones you can choose for your hands. So I think I've chosen the highest one. And then as you come across through here, this section is probably the crux. So I move up. The right hand, there's 3 options. I've gone for I think the middle one, which is kind of a bit pockety, and the left hand's pretty good. There's an undercut there, but I decided to try and clip first. I wasn't sure if I could reach when I first went up, but I definitely could. And then reverse the move, just take a few seconds in that position before going through the crux sequence. So yeah, so right hand is quite a good little pocket, left hand's a really good crimp. Build your feet as high as you can and you go to this undercut. The undercut's quite flat, but as you build your feet onto it, it's really good. And you're stepping left high, left hand high, and that's an excellent hold. Sort of like a pocket you hold, build your feet to the left to push out wide. I think that's probably the hardest move, but what you're going to is huge, absolutely jug. Build your feet across, just sort of smearing your foot, but your hand holds are really good. Take it nice and slow. And then I think I clip from this position. And then the rest of the wall totally changes character, and you're in sort of this miniature kind of like groove corner, and you're just sort of balancing yourself up on your toes and your feet. So as you come across here, you're going to get your right toe high, and then all your weight is in your feet. And you can take your time and move up, and there's no rush. So this section here, up until the top of the white streak, is really quite nice. The handholds are pretty good, sort of lay back towards the left hand side. And then when you get to the top of the white streak, that's kind of when the climbing starts again. I guess sort of the second crux of the route. Just taking my time, making sure I don't fall off. This is all pretty nice. I guess the worst part of the route is probably, or the hardest part, is probably just the feet. I'm just quite smearing, not totally secure. So you move up into the top of the white section, and then you have your left hand up, and there's a little tiny like slopey crimp that I put my left hand on. And then as I get my left hand on there, so I think left hand, oh, I might already be on it maybe. Then go right hand really far wide, just above my right toe, so it's quite a small box, and there's this really nice little pocket. You can't totally see it when you're on the route. Once you've got that nice and secure, you can stand up high, bridge your feet across. There's a couple of options with your hands, but I decided to roll all the way over to that break. And that break's really good. There's 3 or 4 nice spots in it. And that's the end of that second crux sequence. Work your feet through to the right. And as you stand up, there's a left hand. Kind of looks like a really nice big shelf, but it's pretty slopey and pretty slippy. But take your time on it, build your feet, and then out far right, sort of past the anchors. I think I clipped the anchors first. Yeah, so here I am, clipping the anchors, and then from that drop knee position, you can go right hand wide right, and there are some jugs out there. There's like 3 or 4 really nice big holes. Build your weight up, and that's the end of the route. Rapture 7A Plus. Thank you very much for watching.